Hi friends, Grace here and welcome to another video. And today I'm deciding that we will come back to the pileitup series. And so the thing that we're going to try to pile up in our layout today are washi tape. So this is my collection of washi. I know to some this is a lot, and to, I'm sure, a lot of crafters this is not a lot. But this is my collection, and I'm happy with this. And of course there's going to be some designs that are going to come out that's really going to grab me, but for now I'm happy with the ones that I have. And so I'm deciding that I'm going to try to use them up with this layout. So let's see what else I have here. So I'm thinking I'm going to need a circle cutter to create backgrounds with washi, and I'm going to cover some chipboard with washi. These are from Maya Road, and they're circle chipboard that actually you can use both the positive side and then the negative. So I'm still deciding if I just want to use the positive or negative. We'll see. And then some letter stickers for my title. This is from Graphic 45, and as you can see it's been used, but I think there's enough for me to create my title. And then these are the photos that I have. I live in a very beautiful town, and we have one of the highest peaks, or yeah, highest peaks in the country, or maybe in the world, I'm not sure. But this is what we call the Pikes Peak in the pictures, and this is actually taken from my front yard. So that's why I photographed it, because it's really cool that I can see a 14-foot peak in my front yard. So these are the pictures that I'm going to use, and then I'm deciding that I'm going to use some kind of cardstock as base, and coming up with this color, which is the blue to match the blue sky, or I'm gonna do the green one just to make the blue sky stand out a little bit. And then as you remember from my old, or I think it's like 2 videos before this, I told you that I have this pack of DCW paper that I really like, but I'm using the back side, which is the white one. So that's kind of like my white cardstock lately. So I'm going to use a white cardstock, and we'll go from there. So my first idea is that I need to mat my white onto either a yellow or a blue. And my thought was that the first thing I'm going to use washi for is I'm going to cut circles on my white cardstock, and then behind it I'm going to put strips of washi tape so that the washi will be kind of peeking through the hole. And I've already done my circle, well, 2 of my circles, and so I'm going to move this around. Now I just need to figure out, do I want green or do I want blue? Because I'm going to eventually put these there, and then the other picture will be overlapping. So we need that to stand out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mat the pictures with the green just to make it stand out. I think that's better. Maybe add some photo corners, some white photo corners, and then put it on there. Okay, so I've decided on my background. Now I'm going to work on, as you have seen some of my videos before, I like to do what they call visual triangle. So I'm going to use the circles as my visual triangle. So as you can see, I have 2 circles cut already, and I think I'm going to cut 1 more on the bottom over here. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And my circle cutter is from Creative Memories, but I'm sure you can find something fairly similar that is maybe from Martha Stewart or EK Success. But if you have the Creative Memories, I'm going to use the red cutter And this is, I believe, the biggest circle in the 3-pack. See if I can find. Yes, it's the biggest circle because I have the small one, the medium, and the biggest. And I'm going to cut the middle one. And I'm using a Creative Memories mat as well on the bottom. Okay, so I made my circle, and now I'm going to lay this in the center of my cardstock, my blue cardstock. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace inside of the circle, just so when I know when I lay my, I can't find a pencil, there you go. When I lay my washi underneath the circle, I know that I need to cover a certain part to fully cover that circle. So I'm just going to trace this lightly with a pencil. Oops. And that's why you use pencils, so you can erase that. My little boo-boo there. Okay, so I'm going to put this away for a little bit, and then I'm going to figure out which washi I want to go on those circles. I'm thinking chevron, of course, because it's the in thing right now, dots. And then, I like this color. It has grids and reds and stuff. And let's do pink chevron, a red dot. Let me see, what other colors would go well with that? Maybe this wood grain. And then maybe another one that will go in the middle, which could be a yellow. Maybe we'll move that one. And we'll put this one right there. Okay, so these are the washis that I'm deciding to put on over my circle. So I'm just going to lay that here, and this is going to be the design that I'm going to put on all of them. Alright, so I'm going to start, actually, I'm going to start with the center. And forgive me, I clipped my nails just this morning, and so I don't have any nails. Oh, there you go. Got that one. So I'm just going to try to center this, and I'm just going to cover the whole thing with washi. And these washis are from different companies. This one, Recollections, I believe this one's Hambly. I have some from Doodlebug, some from Bella Boulevard, and some from Queen & Company. Okay, so as you can see, this is what I'm going to be doing for the other 2 circles. And then it's going to be covered, it's going to look like that once you put the paper in there. Okay, so I'm just going to go continue doing this, and I will be right back for more washi tape pile it up video. Alright friends, so I am back. So what I've done is I actually adhered the white cardstock after I had put all the washi tape inside the circles, or over the circle that I have made. I glued the white paper onto the blue cardstock, and then I machine stitched the edges. Now you might be asking, why brown? Well, I did some hemming for my kids' pants and shorts, and so brown was on my sewing machine already, and I figured, you know, it was white cardstock, so it was okay. I mean, that's me. I don't fuss around or stress about it too much. But if you wanted to coordinate, you probably would use a green or a yellow. But like I said, brown was on my sewing machine, and that was fine with me. And I also tried my best to stitch. Let me see if I can close up. I tried my best to stitch around the circles as neatly as I can. But so this is my first try, and as you can see, it's super funky. Again, I'm not going to stress about that. It just adds some imperfections and a part of me on the page, so I'm not going to stress about it too much. Okay, so that's what I've done so far with the background. As you can see, the washi tape brings out a lot of the designs and the colors already on the page, even with that white cardstock it being there. It's just, you know, it adds the color and design. And I've also added photo corners and matted my pictures. Now you might be wondering, this is missing a photo corner. I intentionally did that because I knew that I was going to overlap it, and so I didn't want to waste my photo corners on something that's not going to show on the page. So I had matted those, and that's going to lay on that just like so. Now it's already coming together, and then I need a place for my title. And so I'm thinking, to kind of hide some of these imperfections over here, I'm going to put my title over on this side. But I need to use my washi. So I'm going to make my own pattern paper with washi tape. So I'm going to use this white paper, and I'm just going to trim, maybe 1.5 inches width of an 1.5 inch strip of paper, and then we will cover this with washi so I can do my title over here. So since I've done those ones over there, maybe I can use a different one, like this green washi over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay, let me see, do I want my design going down or do I want it going? Maybe I'll just, for time's sake, I'm just going to do it horizontally. Now I know I'm not going to use the whole 12 inch width, so I'm just going to cut it like that. And then I'm going to try to carefully match. Wait a minute, what if I do it the other way? It'll be the same exact thing. Actually, it has a little bit more design if I do it that way. So maybe I'll go the opposite way, trying to measure it perfectly so that those lines come together seamlessly. Okay, so I created a pattern paper out of washi. Let me see if I can. See, I flipped the design so it wasn't going, the triangles wasn't going like a zigzag motion. It was one big triangle loop over here, and then a little one on the bottom, and a little one on the top, and then a little one on the bottom. Okay, so now that I have this, I can do I'm thinking I'm going to do a diagonal line over on one side, like a notch, and then I'm going to have to trim the excess of this that's white is showing, because we don't want that. We want just the green to show, and then we'll trim the excess too. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. I'm going to just straighten this up. So that is my title strip, and that's going to go over here. Maybe I'm going to tuck it in. And then that's going to be where my title will be at. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of title I'm going to use. Okay, So there is where my title's going to go. My pictures are on there. My background's good. Now let's try to decorate this page up a little bit more with some more washi. I'm thinking I'm just going to draw lines over here for my journaling and then handwrite my journaling. I've been doing that a lot lately. It saves me time, and I'm kind of okay with my handwriting now. Before I didn't like it so much, but I figured, you know, my kids would like that extra little personal touch with the pages. Okay, so we're going to go back to these chipboard shapes, and there are some stars. I think I like the stars, and I think I'm going to use both the negative and the positive. What do you guys think? Maybe 2 of the positive, 1 of the negative. I do like the house too. The house is cute. So maybe I'm going to use a negative of that. And then the arrows. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick some washi to cover those. And I have an orange one right here. And the thing I'm going to have to do with these embellishments is I have to do, at least if I'm going to do orange on one, I have to do at least orange on 2 more so that there's a visual triangle and there's cohesion. So I'm going to, let's cover this up. And the neat thing about washi is it's so thin, you can just rip it with your hands, with your fingers, I mean. Okay, and so I've covered that arrow up, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the excess and take it actually in the back. I might have to trim off some excess. So I'm just overlapping it on itself, and then I'm going to trim the excess of that washi so that we can still see the design of the arrow. And then I'm going to place it very close to my circles. All right, I think that's clean enough. So there is my covered chipboard with washi. There it is. Okay, so that is my arrow covered with washi, and I'm going to put that in someplace near my circle. Maybe I'm going to put it over here, or I can also do that kind of to lead the eye onto the picture. Okay, so I'm going to cover a few more of these chipboards with washi, and then I will be right back to hopefully finish the page. Alright, and we're back. So what have I done? I have glued the pictures on there, and also this little kind of strip of paper that we made our own pattern paper with washi tape, and put part of my title. I was going to put as my title is "What a View," but because these letters are so big that I'm going to have to do 2 strips of paper on there, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. And then I also handwritten my journaling. I wrote the or created the lines for my journaling in black, and then just to give it a little contrast, I used brown pen for my actual handwriting. What I'm going to show you is what I'm going to do with all of the rest of my title. So I took another piece of white cardstock, and then I rounded the corners of the top to make my own tab. So you just cut a strip of paper. I don't even know what size this is because I kind of eyeballed it. I'm guessing about 1.25 inches. So 1.25 inches width, and then I rounded the corners on the top, and then I covered it with washi just the same as I did with this, and I used a red one. So I have been using a lot of washis in this page, but I'm trying to stay within the colors that I have used. So like the browns, I use them on a thread and also on my journaling, and then I'm using red because I have red over there, and also with the chevron print, and then the greens too. So I'm going to, my plan is I'm going to tuck that in here, and then I found, of course I'm going to adhere that, and then I found I had to use smaller letters for the rest of my title so I can fit in the, it can fit in the, on top of that tab that I had made. And so I have this, because it's what a view, so I put what a, and it's from a Simple Stories sticker sheet. I love these ones because it came, I think there's like 6 colors in them, and they were, if you calculate all of the letters that you will get from it, it's fairly inexpensive. So I'm going to adhere or lay that. And if you've seen my videos before, I like to use this flexible ruler type. It's not actually a ruler, but it's a long thing that came with one of my old paper trimmers. And I use this to kind of line up my letters, just so I know that it will be kind of centered. Okay. And I was kind of worried about how this color, specific color of letters are going to show on my red. And like I have kind of guessed, it's not going to show really well, kind of because the background is a little too busy. Okay, it's not really going to show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrap that idea and just put those letters back onto the letter sticker sheet. And then I have, like I said, I have a few of those, and I think I'm going to use this brown one. And then I'm just going to do them freehand since my ruler is not useful for me right now. So I'm going to put A there. Start with the A and see how that looks with the busy. Oh, it shows a lot more. Okay, so I'm going to commit to that and just spell out the rest of my title, trying to align it as best as I can. And you're probably noticing I have paint in my fingers, and I'll show you why I have paint in my fingers in just a few seconds here. Just finish this. So I really like these letters, and I'm running out of it, and so I hope I can purchase some more, because it looks like this is an older product from Simple Stories, and I hope that they continued making them, because I really like how versatile they are. There's like 6 sheets in a pack, and I think the pack was like $5, but then I actually got them at Michael's on their clearance section, so they were cheaper than $5, so they were really a bargain then. Okay, so that's part of my title, and I'm just gonna adhere that to the back underneath, tuck it in my title there. Let's see here. Okay, so there's my title. And then remember I had those chipboard shapes, and I had created, I'd covered all of the positives with the same orange. So they're all orange stripe ones. It's taking longer than I thought. Okay, anyways, these are the the chipboard, and I'm just going to place them in 3 different places. And then what I did with the negatives is I actually painted them about the same color, slightly same color as the matte that I had used for the pictures. And that color is, this one's Victorian Green, Plaid Enterprises Apple Barrel. And that's why I have paint in my fingers, because I painted them. And then what I did was I punched out circles from that white cardstock that is, the size is 1.5 inches that I had punched, and then I covered them with washi. I used black, and then I'm just going to lay that over there. And then I did the same with the house. I think I'm going to put the house over here, since it represents the house that or the view from our house. And then, so I'm going to cover this circle with washi, and then I'm going to put it over, or under, sorry, I'm going to put it under the negative chipboard of the arrow. And then after that, I believe our page is done. I just need to add a few more embellishments. I'm just going to trim this down. Then I'm going to add a few more embellishments here and there, and then this page should be done. Sorry it took longer than I had anticipated. There was a lot of things that I wanted to add washi tape with, and so trying to figure out how to pile it up was took longer. Okay, so I'm gonna do like so, and then add that there. So I have my visual triangle created, my title, and my journaling, and then I am just gonna finish this off with I think I'm gonna add like a word sticker somewhere to create this cluster, finish off the cluster. And then I'm also going to add dots of epoxy dots. I'm sure you've seen the tutorials for how to make those perler beads into epoxy dots, and I had made a few with the perler beads for my children. And so I'm going to add maybe a couple of these, and then, oh, this one's a cute one, yellow, and then sprinkle some brown for that too. So there you have it. I'm going to show you the finished layout after this video, but I want to thank you for stopping by and for watching this video, enduring quite a long video about piling it up with washi. But I hope this helped you figure out ways you can use your washi on your layouts and your projects. And thanks for watching. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.